Hey, I just noticed every time I hit my phone, it has this weird vibration when it starts out, or at least it did just then. So, anyway, it's day 57 of Hey, what are you doing today? Um, Pretty interesting to think that I've been doing this 57 days. It hasn't even been 2 months yet. It feels like um, such a normal part of my life. It feels like I've been doing it forever. Not even 2 months into it. I mean, 2 months, I guess, is a good amount of time. Even I haven't even hit day 60 yet, so I haven't even really hit that 2 month point. But doing it every day, just a random thought I had. I figured I would mention, and I've kind of talked about this before, but I started this with no real path, no real direction, just kind of two things that I wanted to do: get in good physical shape and get into generating my own income, working for myself. That all ties into kind of escaping the zombie lifestyle, escaping the get up and go to work, come home, go to bed, and that kind of living in that rote way of living, that just that fluid zombie, forget what you're doing kind of way of living. And going into it with no real direction and keeping an open mind, just having a very powerful desire and kind of some basic ideas on what I was going to do to try to follow down a path. I've said it before. It's interesting, the outlets that have opened up, the things that the small paths that have opened up that I wasn't anticipating. One of the biggest ones being spirituality, or kind of looking into myself, looking into my own strengths and weaknesses as a human being, as a person. And in my intentions on day one, had nothing to do with that. Had nothing to do with strengthening myself mentally, strengthening myself spiritually. There was a physical element. I wanted to get into a good physical shape, but that was more because of the confidence that would come with being in that physical shape. That was the main motivation. I felt that I needed that confidence in order to start an endeavor, and I wasn't anticipating any of the mental strength training and spiritual strength training, some of the focus that's come from that. But without a doubt, I see what a huge component of this whole thing that is. The reason I mentioned that, I was just outside my office where people could see me. And I haven't really told anybody what I'm doing. I've kind of alluded it to the Luna. I'm gonna call her the Luna from now on. That's if you ever hear me mention the Luna, that's my pride and joy. That's the young lady I'm with. I kind of alluded to the Luna, and she sees me, exercise in the morning, and she's seen the change in my eating habits. She's seen me listening to weird audiobooks in the morning as I'm getting ready for work, those kind of things. So she knows there's something going on, but she doesn't really know too much. I haven't. Basically, what it comes down to is I haven't told anybody. And here I was outside my office, listening to some meditative music, some Buddhist chants, and stretching my legs out, and I noticed people looking at me like, they must think, what the hell is up with this guy? And it is, being raised in Western culture, all those things are sometimes so foreign to us that it's looked with an air of almost it's comical. At least that's how I've kind of, if somebody ever talked to me about meditation or those kind of things, I think we've gradually accepted things like yoga. Yoga's become very big, and meditation is getting bigger too. However, to the 99% of the people that we run into in our everyday lives, it's still a very abstract thing for Western culture. So to see somebody in between a couple of trees, stretching and moving in a unique way, that seems a little like what's the word, but anyway, you get the image. I'm I'm a weirdo all of a sudden, and but there's something liberating in that. There's something very free in that. Not only am I enjoying the music, the calming of my body, am I feeling my body, am I I have the heightened mental reality going on as my thoughts are deep, and it's kind of intertwined with making my body stronger and better and more flexible and more fluid. All those things are just give me an overall sense of change for the better. Being in that control, and it came to me while I was doing that one day soon, or one day, it doesn't have to be soon. It's when the time is right and when things are right. And this is going to sound a little peculiar, but I want to walk out into a spot in the woods, somewhere where a less traveled area, before the sun comes up, and get out there early, and just sit and know that I'm going to be there until the sun goes down, and just do that, and just spend one whatever it is, a 12-hour period and 13-hour period, between that rise and fall of the sun, and just sit there completely alone, completely with myself, complete silence, and not only incorporate the fact that it'll be an endurance kind of thing, a willpower thing, a mental strength training. Something's got to come out of it, some kind of sense. All the thoughts, that's all I'll have to do is to think and feel while I'm there, anything that might come into my path of vision, or my path of hearing, any of my path of senses will be there. I think also I need to incorporate not eating while I'm out there, just experiencing everything until the sun goes down, and then come out of the woods. And I don't know why, I don't know where that came from. 2 months ago, if someone had told me to do that, I would look at them like, why? That's absurd, that's crazy. I'm not going to sit in the woods for 12 or 13 hours doing absolutely nothing. But right now, just to mention it, it sounds like such a mind-blowing, growing experience that I want to find the time to do it. And it just, like I said, just came to me just before I started recording this, so I figured I'd document it, and then put it out there, just a creative thought. Another thing I've been noticing is that as I'm taking in information, it makes me hungrier and hungrier and hungrier for more information. When I go a day or two without a good quality piece of information coming in, I feel this yearning for more, and that's kind of what's going on today. I've been flipping through a series of different YouTube videos, reading different things, and nothing's really hit me. And when things hit, it's so good, by the way, but I'm in that I want that next thing, that next piece of information. So this the quest is the thirst is getting bigger, the thirst is getting stronger or larger, versus being quenched, and that's initially the desire was to escape this lifestyle in some regards, and I'm at a point where I'm kind of complacent. I'm kind of okay with this, because I know I'm expanding and I'm learning, and I'm not in a huge rush to initially I thought I would be pursuing a lot of different business theory or business practice or studying business, those kind of things, and I haven't really gone down that road so much. It's been more this physical and mental training, and this knowledge, this acquiring of knowledge, which was totally unanticipated, totally unplanned. However, it's amazing to me. Had I started this with a plan, I think I would have chosen this path to begin a physical and mental and spiritual training before making the step into the business. I feel like at some point all that's going to come together, and I'm going to find something that I really love to do, I really want to do, something that benefits people, and through that benefit of people strengthens my character, strengthens my resolve, strengthens my appreciation for life. I don't know what that entity is, but I can sense that that's where I'm going through all this. That all these things that I'm picking up on, that I'm learning, that I'm bringing into my life. It's all very valid and very valuable towards that end goal, and the physical training goes hand in hand with that. Recently, it's I'd mentioned that last month I wanted to get speed, and I wanted to get back to being able to run 6 miles an hour. And this month, I wanted to be able to get to 6.5 miles an hour and actually be able to run a full 10K at that pace, which is faster than I've run before. And it's peculiar because I'm doing things that I normally wouldn't do, and I'm not learning them from anywhere. It's just almost as if my subconscious, my inner voice is communicating with me and telling me what I need to do. I do my training on a treadmill. It kind of goes back to a meditative experience. When I trained for marathons, it was always on a treadmill, and I would kind of lose myself in thought and in music and in emotion. And there was a meditation there, even though it wasn't concentrated or directed as a meditation. I could sense and feel that's what it was. I would occasionally go on long runs outside, and that meditation would carry over. But what I'm getting at is, I'm on a treadmill, and I've never really challenged myself with changing what's the word? But changing the height of the treadmill board, raising the altitude, and I'm something I just started doing, just pushing buttons and getting it to go up. Level 2, level 3, level 4. Today I ran the last 2 minutes at 6.5 miles an hour on a level 5 incline, and it felt good. I was actually that happened today too. At the end of it, I was out of breath again, and such kind of a very scary feeling. I slow the treadmill down to a walking pace, and I can't breathe, and I get that little element of, oh my gosh, what if I can never breathe again? All that flashes. I just want to breathe. Just let me breathe. And it's just a very scary thing. However, at the same time, something sparked in my brain, and it said, every time you take yourself to this level, you're making yourself that much stronger. At the same time, I somehow internally and subconsciously know not to do it all the time. However, to cross that threshold, I can feel my lungs, expanding so much and contracting so hard, and my blood flowing so fast, and I know that the next time I do that, it's going to take more to get me to that point. I think that it's a huge element in training. I've never read about it, never heard anybody talk about it. Doctor might tell me it's a horrible idea to do that. I really don't know. However, in my mind, I felt that communication today of this is a good thing. As I'm sitting there like gasping for air and nervous and scared and uncomfortable, my mind is calming me down, saying this is a good thing. This is a good thing. So, but anyway, I just kind of wanted to share that. Just going through some really interesting changes on a mental and spiritual level. I want to start getting up and hearing that music, that calming music, doing some of the exercises, the Eastern exercises, the movements, incorporate stretching into that whole meditational rhythmic waking up, getting myself going. I can kind of sense that's going to be the next step. I want to get a, silly as it sounds, I know now I need to get a smart television so that I can start watching some of these videos on television, wake up with some of this, as it's in front of me, as I'm, spend that initial 30 minutes of wake up time, and I like that time in the morning, but to have that time to kind of maybe watch some stretching techniques, some meditation techniques, Tai Chi, maybe even watch some martial arts, learn a little bit about some of those kind of movements, those kind of just getting to know the body as much as getting to know the spirit, as much as getting to know, my mental faculties, just stronger, and see where it goes from there. But not even 2 months, and just phenomenal life experiences. on a daily basis. So that's it for today. It works. Hey, what are you doing today? Thanks.